Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to FootyBrazil. Today I have Len Gomez with me. Hello, Len.
Hi everyone. Hi Teacher Paul. Thanks for inviting me.
You're well. Thank you for coming. And you are also a Palmeiras fan,
Yes.
and you live
Even
in
even my
London. Is
blood.
that
Yes, I live in London, and even my blood is green. I really love Palmeiras.
really green blood?
Yes.
So Rafael is also a Palmeiras fan. Hi, Raf.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Looking forward for tomorrow's match. We'll be playing Santos.
Yes.
Santos tomorrow. That's a nice match. Yes, I like
Yeah.
Santos.
Where are you playing? It's which stadium?
It's going to be in Sao Paulo, so Allianz Park. So
Okay.
yes, Palmeiras Stadium.
Awesome.
Okay. Adams
My guess
Park.
is 4-0. Yeah,
Adams
Allianz.
Park, did you
No,
say?
Allianz. You know that I think it's a German company.
Allianz. Okay, like Bayern
Yeah,
Munich.
like
Yes.
Bayern Munich. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. And Amadeo. Hello, Amadeo.
Hello, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you. Who is a Corinthians fan, so he looks a bit happier this week, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, finally. Copa do Brasil, we achieving good results, opposing to what the team was doing before. We had some routes, we had 4-0, we had 4-1, and now 3-0. So roughly, we are a little bit happy now.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you should be. I watched the match, so we will cover that today. We will talk about the Copa do Brasil semi-finals, second legs, and then we will talk about the Brasileirao and what's been happening in that, and just anything else what comes up. I want to talk about a referee too. But first, let's look at the Copa do Brasil semi-finals. So, Corinthians versus Fluminense. It was 2-2 in the first leg. And I think were Fluminense winning 2-0 in the first leg? Or am I
First
getting
leg,
confused?
2-2.
It finished 2-2, but did Corinthians score late in that match?
Yeah, Roger Guedes scored. So the late draw, he scored in the final match.
Yeah. So let's have a look. I watched this match live.
Nice.
I joined a betting company, Bet365. Len
Mhm.
might know them because he lives in London. And I placed a bet, and because I placed a bet on Corinthians to win, or on the Corinthians match, you can watch the match live. So I stayed
Oh,
up, I watched it.
So good guess. You had a good guess.
Yeah, I won actually, but I panicked. Amadeo, I did as a function in betting, you can cash out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I mean. You can cash out, like, yeah, the company offers you amount and it goes up and you can cash out. And Fluminense had a chance on about 75 minutes. And I thought, oh, I'm going to cash out. And I cashed out. So I thought, yes, I won money. Okay, so let's look at some of the action. Were you confident going into the match, Amadeo?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I was there. It was a kind of busy day. I was rushed off my feet because I had to record, I had to take pictures. So, you know that I live here next to the stadium and trying to record everything. So, but in the end, it was a good match. I had a lot of stuff to post on my YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Yeah, do you want to talk about your YouTube channel? So your YouTube channel, sorry, before we look at it, then your YouTube channel is called Fiscal Desafio, is that right?
Yeah, that's all right. Of Fiscal Fiel, basically, I started following all the construction work of the stadium since I live here around the stadium, and lots of people have been following my pictures, my the matches, and of course the construction work, because this kind of work we have new generations, for example, teenagers who don't know how the construction work has been made, has been done, you know. So they just go to the website, they just go to the channel, they can follow all the construction work, and that's a nice thing to do.
So you have an interesting construction too.
Yeah.
And it's in Portuguese, right?
Yes.
It's all in Portuguese.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share that with my father because he is a Corinthians fan.
So your father is a Corinthians fan?
Yes. Yes, he is.
What happened?
Yeah, I just like Palmeiras, and I saw them playing. I said, "Oh, I want to support them."
And how did your
Yes.
if my son became an Everton fan or a Manchester United fan, that I wouldn't be able to be with him anymore.
Come on. Oh, but that's just a choice, right?
It is a choice. Yeah, there's nothing you can do, I suppose. But yeah.
Yeah, he had no influence. He was like neutral. I just saw Palmeiras playing. I love them. And I started to support them since then.
Yeah, Palmeiras are the most successful team in the Brasileirao. Is that correct?
In Brazil, I would say.
Brazil. I don't know. Like, I didn't want to say in Brazil because I don't know.
In all leagues, I would say. Most of them, right, Raf? What do you think?
Yeah. You know, I have a funny story about these dad and sons clubs. I have two older brothers. They are twins. They are 5 years older than me. And when they were children, they used to play football with my dad. My dad was only 25 by this time. So my dad is a Palmeiras supporter as well. So when one of my brothers scored goals, he would say, "Go Corinthians!" And then my dad beat him like many times because you can say that. If you score a goal and say that again, I'm going to beat you up like as you will never forget. And then some other time he scored a goal and said, "Yeah, that's Flamingo's." Then he said, "Flamingo's okay, Dad, isn't it?" Then my dad said, "Yeah, okay, you can support Flamingo, but never support Corinthians."
Yeah, there's a big rivalry between Corinthians and Palmeiras. It's probably the biggest rivalry in Brazil, would you say?
Yeah.
Probably yes. We also have some like in different regions, like in
International.
down in the south you have Internacional and Grêmio. Yes.
Yes.
You have Atlético Mineiro and Cruzeiro. You have Flamengo and Fluminense as well. So we have lots.
Yeah.
But probably Flamengo, Palmeiras, and Corinthians is probably.
I agree. For me, this is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So let's go back to the semi-final, the Corinthians match. Amadeo, do you have a season ticket?
Yeah, I just reserved my seat because it's very difficult to get tickets, you know.
Yeah.
The stadium all the time is packed full of people. So I had to reserve my seat, so I have for the whole season now, and I'll be there all the time.
Yeah. The atmosphere was incredible. Incredible. From the first minute to the last minute, there was noise and cheering, just like a real excitement in the stadium.
I think this is I think this is something unique from Corinthians fan. Even when they play away, they do the same.
They create noise all the way through the match.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like a party atmosphere. It was like the end of the match, all of the match. People were celebrating all of the match. It was incredible. Okay, let's look at the action and we can talk about it. Fluminense are playing well. It was I think you were next to each other in the league, so it was a tight match. It was a difficult match to call, but Corinthians were at home.
Caio Paulista deixa para o Matheus Martins. Bola levantada na área. O toque de cabeça do Arias para o Cássio fazer a primeira defesa difícil. Vera atravessa do outro lado, tá livre. Fagner pode carregar, prefere soltar na ponta. Gustavo Silva, mano a mano contra ele. Caio Paulista traz por dentro, não bate, rolou. Renato! Espalma, Fábio! Levanta a cabeça, ameaçou bater no gol. Tentou o passe vertical.
Was that Renato Augusto who took that shot?
He's really
He
good at
scored,
moments.
he scored the first goal.
Matheus, o garoto, bateu.
Oh.
Cássio! Tá difícil pro Fábio, não é brincadeira, ele não tá de sacanagem, não. É que ele não consegue sair pro jogo, não tem opção. Roger Guedes.
That's a great pass by Guedes, I think.
It is.
It's like just one touch, everyone. Just did one touch.
Pass here by Guedes.
Balbuena rebate, que
Oh,
passe
look.
do Renato.
Amazing.
Que passe pra dentro do gol. Roger Guedes ajeita, Renato bate.
Brilliant,
Na
bro.
costura da rede. Fábio se estica, ele estava mal posicionado
nice
porque
finish.
ele iniciou a jogada. Estava fora do gol.
É muito mais hoje um passador do que agredir o espaço no fundo, justamente porque tem um cara para fazer isso na sua frente.
Yuri Alberto briga. Vem Gustavo. Ganha na segunda bola. Gustavo Silva faz infiltração.
Nice
Bateu
play.
no gol.
Nice play.
Matheus perdeu contato com a bola. Deu de volta para o
I
Fábio.
want to talk about
Ele sai
these
jogando em
things.
cima do John Arias. Bola no Natan. Primeira jogada dele por dentro. Wellington chegou batendo
In the crowd.
escanteio pro Fluminense.
Sorry.
Perdeu contato com a bola, deu de volta pro Fábio.
So the people under this banner cannot see the match, can they?
Yeah, they can, but they don't care.
They're not there all the time. They're like
No, I know.
at the beginning of the match. Maybe when they score a goal, they raise those. But
Yeah, I
it's not
noticed
all the time.
in the Goiás versus Flamengo match last week, Goiás scored the goal, and this banner went up and covered all of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lifted up the banner when they scored the goal.
Yeah, at the beginning of the match, they just have like a big flag, covering all people just at the beginning of the match. So they have for 3 minutes. So these little banners, so it's okay for them.
It's okay, but you cannot watch. Yeah, I think before the match is okay. After the goal, I don't know. You want to celebrate and see what's happening, see the celebrations.
It was a kind of culture thing, maybe, but they're like 1-2 minutes, 3 minutes, and that's it.
They look incredible. They look incredible. What does Camisa 12 mean?
Camisa 12. It's like the 12th player, like
The 12th man.
player
I see. In English, we say the 12th man.
supporting the team.
I see. So the crowd is like the 12th man.
Yeah.
I see. Camisa 12.
Guilherme. Ele sai jogando em cima do John Arias. Bola no Natan. Primeira jogada dele por dentro. Wellington chegou batendo escanteio.
Fluminense are a good team. They played some good football, I think.
E a vantagem não merece o cartão, o Xavier.
Vem pro ataque do Corinthians, Yuri Alberto escorou de
Corinthians had
cabeça,
better
atenção,
forward
Gustavo
players.
dominou, tá na área, rolou atrás do, bateu, Fábio! O Fluminense parte pro campo de ataque, tenta aproveitar os espaços deixados pelo Corinthians, caiu o Cano.
I love that referee. And he did this so often in the match. I love him. I think this was a foul, to be honest. I think lots of times in the match, he didn't blow his whistle for a free kick. He was just play on. And sometimes he did something strange where he said, no foul, play on. But then because the player was hurt, because he was fouled, he then stopped the play 5 seconds later and said, come on, let's stop, he's hurt. It's not a foul, but he's hurt. And I just think,
Yeah, sometimes they just wait to see if there is an advantage, in the build-up. So they just see that there was any kind of advantage. They just go back and say, okay, it was a foul in the first place.
Yeah, so he sometimes did that, but also it was like he was the player who was fouled. He didn't give the free kick for him. So he didn't give the free kick because he didn't think it was a foul. But then 5 seconds later, he stopped the play and said, oh, no, he is injured. Yeah, I just thought he was really good. Nobody argued with him because I will show you him later to people watching.
Tenta aproveitar os espaços deixados pelo Corinthians.
That's
Caiu
not foul.
Cano.
That's not foul.
Caiu, sentiu. Caiu e sentiu e tá valendo. O Noel tá na grande área, o Nino também. Os dois zagueiros na segunda trave. Vem o John Arias na trave. Devolve pro Manuel na grande área. Tem reclamação de um toque na mão. Olha o
Ganso.
fez bobagem. Yuri!
Ganso has he ever played abroad? Ganso?
Yes, he played for Sevilla.
Okay. Did he do well at Sevilla?
I didn't watch him. I don't think so.
Because wasn't he considered, like, at one point a greater prospect when he was at Santos than Neymar?
Yeah, back in 2010, people were asking them both to play for Brazil in the World Cup, but none of them were there.
And none of them went.
But they both started playing for Brazil like at the same time, 2011. Everybody thought he was, including me. I thought he was better than Neymar by the time.
Yeah, me
But,
too.
yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, but he got an injury and he lost, that the abilities, his skills.
Yeah, he's not fast enough. He
fast
doesn't
enough, is he?
run all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he doesn't help the team to put the opponent under pressure. So most people think he's too slow, but he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's a really elegant footballer, but you're right, he's too slow. And I think things like this is a perfect example of why people don't maybe trust him. So that this defender passes the ball into Ganso, and he needs to protect the ball. He needs to keep the ball or do something with it. Corinthians are pushing, so it's maybe the defender's fault in passing to him, because what can Ganso do? But I think he just loses it too easily.
Tem reclamação de um toque na mão. Olha o Ganso perdendo. O Ganso fez bobagem. Yuri! Pra fora! De cabeça, Martinelli devolve o Fluminense no comando do ataque. O Corinthians recupera. Bola do Roger Guedes pro Renato. Renato pro Gustavo. 3 contra 5 minutos pra gente conhecer mais um finalista da Copa do Brasil. Quem se junta ao Flamengo?
This is the goal. The second goal was in the 90th minute.
Yuri Alberto pisa na bola, devolve. Adson tenta a infiltração. Que boa bola, Juliano! Acabou! Gol!
Listen to the crowd. It's a great finish. And then this guy came on, Felipe Melo.
Yes.
He used to play for Palmeiras,
Did he? Yeah, he's like, is he a legend at every club he plays for?
Yeah. Felipe Melo, I just posted a video on my YouTube channel because, so I was in the front, in the first seat. There's a glass, like a fence. I don't know if it's called a fence, a glass to fence. So I was in the first seat, and the bench was just below me, and Felipe Melo was there. The first guy was first. So I was taking pictures. And a lot of people around just mocking him, screaming at him, mocking him, swearing at him. So it was a kind of pressure all the time. So finally he came on to the match, and he just scored an own goal. So it was like, so the supporters were crazy, like, oh, Felipe Melo scored an own goal. And so I had to create a special video about this situation.
Because he played for Palmeiras as well.
Yeah, but people don't like him much. I would say even
I don't like
Palmeiras fan. I don't like him,
Because he's
I
a kind of troublemaker, He's a kind of troublemaker everywhere he goes, He's a kind of troublemaker. So
he's a tough guy, isn't he? He thinks he's a tough guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Since the 2010 World Cup against the Netherlands,
What did he do?
He just
World Cup.
In a World Cup, he just like a tough guy challenging on the players, and he got sent off. And
he stepped on Robin.
Yes.
Okay. He's done some bad tackles in his career.
And Brazil was winning, so because of his fault, I would say Brazil lost.
Okay. So he's not a legend at
No,
Palmeiras.
not for me, no.
No.
No, we don't miss him.
Also, I don't think he's like he's old now, isn't he?
I think 38, 37.
Yeah, he looked old when he was playing as well when he came on.
Hey, he's like he has like determination, grit, you know.
Mhm.
So that's the good side of him. But people, because he gets involved in lots of bust ups, so he ended up being a player who people don't like.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's see the own goal. I have not seen the own goal actually. I fell asleep at this point.
Tirador do Fluminense. Bola atravessada, Yuri Alberto dominou, empetecou, pediu o Adson, é pra ele, saiu o goleiro, Adson rolou pra trás.
Oh,
Felipe Melo contra!
oh.
Unlucky.
Gol! 3 pro Corinthians, 0 pro Fluminense. Aí a festa ficou mesmo grandona.
At this time when he scored it on goal, I just zoomed in my camera. I know.
Did you catch the own goal?
Yeah. Since the beginning of the play, I was just when I see there was an own goal, I just zoom in the camera in his face like this and see his because I knew that everybody would love seeing see this kind of thing, you know.
Did you catch the second goal? I thought the second goal was really good. There were about 30 passes in the
the second goal was this kind of thing. Lots of passes.
Yeah.
And of course, I caught this moment, and Giuliano finally broke his duck because he hasn't scored for so long, and people was like booing him sometimes, you know, was not happy with him. So he finally broke his duck and scored the goal, and that was nice for him.
Yeah, the second goal was exactly what Fluminense is used to do because they do lots of passes and score goals. And this time it happened to them.
Yeah, they did. They were frustrating Fluminense, I thought, if you were a Fluminense fan, because they passed too much. There's sometimes where you think, go, and then they just pass it back. They like to keep.
This game was a disaster in my opinion. They didn't offer any threat. I don't see Corinthians suffering that game. It was very easy for them.
But what I could note, as Paul said, the Corinthians were pushing all the time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes a Fluminense player received the ball and we had like 2-3 Corinthians players just pushing all the time.
Yeah.
And that was a kind of difference because Fluminense tried to build up some play, but in the end, how's your name? Gomes and Len.
Len Gomes.
Just Len said they couldn't create anything like a threat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No, they never. Well, Corinthians defend well, I think. They do. They defend quite deep. They defend well. Okay, so how was it after the match for you, Amadeo?
Yeah, after the match, as I told you, it was very busy. I was trying to get out of the stadium. Mm-hmm. Crowd so crowded, and I was just walking back home. And when I get home, I needed to separate all the videos, all the action, and the goals. And at least I could post the 3 goals on the website. And of course, the next day, I keep on posting, separating pictures, selecting pictures, and I'm still feeling this kind of emotion, you know?
Yeah.
Because people interact with you all the time. Sometimes they go to my WhatsApp. Oh, you see the game? Oh, what's nice? Blah, blah, blah.
I've seen the video. I've seen the video you make. The quality of the camera angles and the view and the pictures are really good. Yeah, it looks like a TV. You're so close to the action. It looks really good. Okay. I'm going to talk about the other semi-final. So the other semi-final was Flamengo versus Sao Paulo in the first leg. Flamengo won 3-1. And then let's have a look to see what happened in the second leg. Flamengo were playing at home. I've already discussed how the Copa do Brasil is actually more prize money, isn't it, than the Brasileirao, which is strange for me. It's like the cup competition is more valuable for a club because of the money involved. Sorry to say that, Palmeiras fans. Than the Brasileirao. Is that? Would you agree with that or not?
I would agree with that because most clubs they have trouble with their finances, and also it's an easy way to win a trophy. So
Yeah.
some clubs would focus on the cups in order to get some big money and also to get a proper competition, to win a proper competition, because it's much harder to actually be crowned as champions for Brasileirão, because you have to be like consistent, winning a lot of matches for 38 game weeks. So so yeah, some clubs do that. There is this manager who used to manage Flamengo last season, Renato Gaúcho. He's now the manager of Grêmio. He only focuses on the cups, so he never focuses on Brasileirão. He never won a Brasileirão because he can't be consistent for 38 game weeks.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it, really? Okay, so let's look at the other semi-final, which is Flamengo. Are you there? Oh, what's happened? Flamengo. What's happened here? Sorry, technical problem. Oh, it's on a different screen.
O Léo Pelé vai na primeira trave, tome levantamentos. Diego subiu, tocou. Luciano Santos! Primeira grande oportunidade. Agora a bandeirinha levantou.
Davi Luiz. That rap is also good.
Gabriel dominou o Gabigol. Tentou o levantamento.
Sorry, Raf, what did you say?
That ref was also good. He is one of the top three.
Yeah.
Is he a good referee?
Yes.
Yeah, Wilton Sampaio, I think.
Pereira. Wilton. No. Do you say Patricky or Patrick?
In Portuguese, Patrick. We add some vowels to the end. But in English, Patrick.
Okay. Because his name is just, his spelling is Patrick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Fred, we say Freddy. Hook, we say Hooky. Yeah, we add vowels to the end in Portuguese.
Also, you say for William, you say William.
William.
Yes.
At the end, we have it with an
N. Yes. Some names are even spelled with an N at the end. William, not M.
Yeah, okay.
Trabalhou, trouxe pro pé direito, vai bater pro gol travado pelo Everton Ribeiro. A bola sobe, quica. Galeri subiu, tocou de cabeça pro Luciano, voltou o Nestor, bateu pra fora!
O São Paulo não poderia deixar o Flamengo acreditar.
I just love this.
For them.
Yeah.
All they wanted to do was not be humiliated. So yeah, it was a 1-0. So it was all right for them due to the situation. They're expecting, they will be on the finals for Copa Sul-Americana, but they cannot. They have to focus on Brasileirao now because they are at risk. They might be relegated if they don't win some of their matches.
That's
so
true.
It's like, but their players are tired. You can see they can't run after the 60th minute.
Yeah, and their squad is like very weak. They don't have good players to rest the 11s, so they're struggling a lot.
Yeah, so
and this time I believe Flamengo was friendly, with them. Took it very easy.
Oh, really?
Because they have the advantage. Yeah. It's just one goal. It was for me.
Yeah. They didn't need to play so well to win.
Yes.
Sao Paulo are in the final of the Copa Sudamericana. Yes.
Yes.
When are these finals? Do you know?
The 1st of October for
Copa
Sao Paulo.
Sudamericana for Sao Paulo.
Yes.
So
For in 2 weeks.
And then the Copa do Brasil final is
the 12th and
Corinthians
the
versus
19th
Flamingo.
of October.
Oh, is it
12th?
2 legs final?
Yes, 12th and 19th of October. I don't know why, but well, we are having some game weeks in the middle of the week, like on Wednesdays, from now on, because well, we have a tight schedule, so because of the World Cup, so everything has to be finished by maybe mid or early November. So yeah, it's gonna be tough for them playing every 2 days.
Yeah. And then the Copa Libertadores final is usually in
the 20th.
After the Brasileirao or before?
No, the 29th of October, and I'm not sure when the last fixture for Brasileirao is. Probably, I don't know, 12.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
We can have a look now. I've got the fixtures up.
So what do you guys? Oh, sorry. What do you guys think? Can Palmeiras win?
The Brasileirao?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's look at the league.
Yeah, I'm still not confident.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I am. I think the only tough match we have. The only tough match we have is Internacional playing away, but still that will be the last fixture, so it's all right.
I see. Yeah, you probably will have won the league by then.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we are on match day 26. These are the results from last week. Fluminense won, Internacional won. So also Palmeiras won. We will look at this match because it wasn't as easy as people thought.
Yes, we were expecting to be easier than it was.
Sao Paulo dropped points, and then also Flamengo dropped points, which was a surprise too. Yeah, so if you look at the table, Palmeiras are 8 points ahead. Internacional are in the best form, I suppose. Looking at the form guide, they've won 4 out of the last 5. Palmeiras have dropped points. They've dropped 6 points in the last 5 matches, but it's only Internacional who've been picking up the points. Flamengo have drew similar form.
I think so many things must happen for Palmeiras don't win this Brasileirão, because everything that Palmeiras do, they succeed. You see, against Juventude, 1-1, everyone was like, oh, maybe they'll get a draw. And after 5 minutes, there's a corner and goal. Everybody knows that Scarpa just whipping the cross in that place, that area, and Murilo comes, headed the ball, but nobody marks. All the time Palmeiras scores. I said, it's no use in rooting against Palmeiras. It's no use because there seems to be always a play that they will score.
Yeah, but our defenders
just drop points. The other club just drop points. So I think Palmeiras will lose this championship if there is a disaster. Palmeiras lose just if they lose it for themselves.
No. But our defenders are very good at scoring goals.
Yeah, you see Gomes all the time scores.
Just different players who score goals, isn't it?
But all defenders, Gomes and Murilo, they've scored, I think, more than 10 goals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So why are you not so confident, Len?
I still think Flamengo can improve, and Internacional as well. Internacional don't have another league, so they can focus on Brasileiro.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's Palmeiras' league title to lose, isn't it?
Yeah. And I hope Scarpa doesn't go to Nottingham Forest because we need him. And
yeah, it's in doubt now, isn't it? I made a comment about him joining Nottingham Forest, but it's not 100% going to happen, is it?
I'm not so sure about it.
Yeah.
The Palmeiras, we are offering him some money in order to trying to convince him to stay. But well, I think he's made his mind.
Yeah, I think he has just a verbal agreement with Nottingham Forest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But he does want to live abroad. He wants to play for an European team.
Okay. Okay, let's look at the match. I think what you were all talking about. Sorry, it's the match.
Let's see the national team now.
Sorry?
Let's watch the national team.
Are they playing now?
No, sorry, I mean the Brazil. Palmeiras, it's the best team in Brazil.
Okay, well, but they're not playing in green. Well, is that green? Is that a really light green?
Yeah, green.
Really light green. That's a horrible kit.
Thank you for saying that, Raph.
I don't like that one. It's the new third one, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a kind of confusion, see white and this light green.
Exactly. Look, when you pause, it's like it's similar to the other team. Look.
Yeah, it's strange. Okay, so let's see what happens. As we saw, Juventude are bottom of the league, a little bit adrift, but they played well.
Well, they tried to. Well, look at the keeper. Every time he saved, he would be on the floor for 2 minutes, pretending he was injured. But yeah, they tried to defend.
How do you pronounce Ronnie?
We would just say honey.
I know you say honey, don't you? Okay, yeah, with a sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Oh,
the defender saved that because Gomez would definitely score. Look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great defending.
Gomez is always there.
Oh, and that's
it's so vital in the team to have a defender that can score. Ronnie is so fast.
Yes.
Yes.
He's a very dangerous player. And he does that after every single goal.
Yeah, he's trademark.
Every single celebration. Yeah, it is again.
Dudu, another special player for us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, lovely. Hit the ball.
Nice save.
The chances always fall for Ronnie.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Scarpa.
Scarpa, isn't it? Yeah.
Poor definition, unlucky.
Through his legs. That's such a strange kid.
Oh, look. Unlucky Murilo again. And then
the next thing you know, Palmeiras will score.
Yeah.
There you go. People know they will cross right there, but what people don't anticipate and then just palm away the ball.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If they stare like rooted on the ground like that, any kind of swerve of the ball would be a goal.
Yeah, he was flat-footed.
Yeah.
I just love the skill from the players. Every player is skillful. Defenders, goalkeepers. There's real quality players in every position.
Well, I think Juventude had only one chance.
Rumo a 2 milhões. Inscreva-se na TV Palmeiras. Se você não se inscreveu,
Tá esperando o quê?
Okay.
Veiga will not play this season anymore because he has had a surgery on his ankle. Yeah, because of that thing that happened against Atlético Paranaense on the first leg here in Curitiba.
So that's why you're trying to keep Scarpa as well.
Yes, that's one of the reasons.
And I don't think it's easy to replace Scarpa.
Oh,
I
really?
don't think Tabata is that good, and I don't see another play coming soon.
Does he play on
that
the
level.
right wing? Is he a right winger?
He could play like as a right winger, left winger, in the center. So even as a left defender.
Yeah, because I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen him described as a fullback in the newspapers here. Describe him as a fullback, and I thought not a fullback.
Yeah, I think that's a position he plays the least, but he does so many positions.
Oh, okay. Okay, there's one more match in the Brasileirao I want to look at from last week, and it is Flamengo's match. Flamengo or Varmengo, as people like to call them.
I think it was no controversials about what happened with when they scored the goal.
You don't think so? You agree? It was a goal.
Yeah, definitely a goal.
Okay, so let's look at it. But they were getting beat 1-0, and they scored later in the match. I think there's a video. I want to show you this. I think it's this video. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's this one. Because I want people to see like the size of the stadium. So it's quite a small stadium.
Yes.
But they took the lead.
Yeah, they did. Look at their striker. He controls the ball. He protects it quite well. His name? Something Ramon. I can't remember his name. And I think Corinthians want to sign him for next season.
Yeah.
It was a nice layoff by him. But then look at this. Look at all these banners. Now nobody can see.
Immediately after the goal scoring.
Yeah, he was lucky with the finish. It was a miss hit.
Yeah.
But it was a nice goal.
So who did you say Corinthians wants to sign?
This
Pedro?
guy,
Ramon.
Pedro Ramon, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think it's
one.
Pedro Raul.
Pedro Raul, yes. Pedro Raul, yes.
Palmeiras should sign him, he's better than our strikers.
Better than Lopez.
So that was the goal for Flamengo, which the referee disallowed. The referee had blown his whistle for a foul on the goalkeeper, I think. Was it for a foul on the goalkeeper?
On the goalkeeper. This created a big debate in Brazil.
Yeah, a big debate in the stadium as well.
Yeah, so it's like 10 minutes after.
Whoa, was it?
Look, this is ridiculous. It happens every time in Brazil.
This is what,
No foul there.
I don't think it was a foul on the goalkeeper.
Nah,
not at all.
He was expecting to be touched, so he would just give up. And if he really wanted to, I don't know, to keep the ball, he would.
So he should go like this, right?
Yeah, he just waited to be touched and say, all right, that was a foul. But it wasn't.
True. But that's why you need strong referees in Brazil.
Exactly.
You need Brazils like this guy, don't you? Look at him.
Massive.
He's always fighting with Hook. Always.
With Hulk.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, look at him.
Look.
He's
Hulk
huge.
is a big boy. Look at him near
Yeah.
when they are facing each other. He's even bigger than Hulk.
Oh, look at the guns. And his head's quite small, but he has huge arms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. But he can run around the pitch as well.
Yes.
No.
Oh, he's incredible. Yeah. And players just accept his decisions, except Hulk. Hulk was
Yes.
complaining with him a few times, yes.
That's true.
But he was like, I'm the real Hulk. Does he have a nickname in Brazil, this referee? No?
I
No,
don't think
they call him Daronco, just the
Daronco.
surname.
He's just Daronco.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I want to show a video of his best, of what happened with Hulk, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so something happened with Hulk. I think it was last season. He didn't
Now
give.
this season.
Oh, was it this season?
Yes, early this season. Not that early. I don't know, 2 months ago, maybe.
Ah, okay.
Sátio, olha o homem aí, olha o Hulk, tentando levar pro pé esquerdo, pé do chute, tá pedindo falta, o torcedor do Atlético reclama. O Atlético tenta argumentar ali com
I
o
don't.
Daronco.
That wasn't a free kick.
Em velocidade do São Paulo pelo lado direito com o Igor Vinícius, pelo lado esquerdo com o Patrick.
So it started there,
Tem que
didn't
sair
it?
muito para fazer essas coberturas.
Sátio,
Let's
olha
just
o
see
homem aí,
this
olha o
again.
Hulk,
That's not a
tentando
free
levar pro
kick.
pé esquerdo, pé do chute, tá pedindo falta,
Not
o
at
torcedor
all.
No.
Play on, come on.
ali com o Daronco.
Desculpa, Geraldo. Em velocidade do São Paulo pelo lado direito com o Igor Vinícius, pelo lado
And
esquerdo.
Hulk is a bit of a crybaby this
Tem que
season.
sair
because
muito
he's
para
always
fazer essas coberturas e quando
every
estão
match.
Really?
não estão dando.
Yes.
Palhaçada, tá reclamando
Because
ainda
things are not
daquela
going his
falta que
way.
ele alega ter recebido.
I think that was the
Vai pra
match.
cima do Wellington. Aí o
When
Hulk
he said,
pedalou, levou pro pé direito,
Look,
tentou tocar.
this is not the only match I'll be the referee when you are playing. So you better watch out what you say.
Yeah.
So then he had to pay a fine for that. I don't know exactly if it was money or something else.
The referee had to.
Yes.
Yeah, because
What?
there was actually some he was recorded when he said that, so he had to pay a fine for that.
So the referee said to Hulk, "This is not the only match that I will be refereeing you in," or something like
Yes.
that. So
Exactly. So it was considered like a threat.
I
So,
see. Yeah, it's like I will keep giving decisions against you. I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Desde que houve a substituição, a saída do Reinaldo, a entrada do Wellington, ele mesmo, por conta própria, de vez em quando vem aqui.
Partida decisiva contra o Palmeiras pela Copa do Brasil. A princípio, vai fazer o exame amanhã.
He looks like a normal man there, the referee, but it's just when you see his arms.
Yeah.
Sorrisão lá do Miranda, sorriso aberto, olha lá o Hulk. Lá vai o Hulk, costurou, chegou, entrou na área, tá no chão, na disputa com o Miranda.
Nothing.
Torcedor atleticano queria
I don't know why he tries that.
cobra, os jogadores do São Paulo querem
No, that's nothing.
It's not a penalty, is it?
No, I don't think so.
o ato do
But he
jogo.
was waiting to be touched, and
O
just
Hulk tá invocado, o Rafinha tira essa sequência de lances. Por reclamação, cartão amarelo pro Hulk. O que você estava chamando?
He's saying he does that every match with
PVC
him.
com o Barreto,
The ref
todo o
does
nosso
that every
time,
match
os
with him.
jogos
Yeah.
de hoje desse Campeonato Brasileiro.
It's the battle of the muscles.
Yeah.
Fortaleza e Palmeiras vão empatando 0-0. Cuiabá vai derrotando o Botafogo por 1-0.
Tempo bem agitado, né? Com os dois times, o Atlético principalmente, né? Saindo mais pra cima. Na hora de servir melhor para o player e na hora da finalização. Eu acho que é aquilo que o Nori falou. O São Paulo ganhou
Libertadores, jogo duro, jogo difícil.
I like
Vai
him. I
pegar
think he's a
jogo
good referee.
dificílimo contra o Flamengo na Copa
I like
do
him
Brasil. Daqui a alguns
he
dias.
never loses his temper.
Yeah.
Maybe because he knows he doesn't have to.
True.
He's big, so no one will actually try. Apart from Hulk, excellent. Obviously, we'll never try to like confront him.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good referee. But he's not the best referee in Brazil, no?
No, he
There is somebody else who is going to the World Cup.
I like that one who looks like Vin Diesel. I don't know his name, but he's also a good one.
He looks like who?
Vin Diesel, right?
There's
That
one that looks
how
like Vin Diesel.
Yes.
The one that we just mentioned.
Yeah, I
Wilton.
don't know his name. Wilton.
No, I don't know.
No, that's not. Oh, let me see.
Okay. If you can think of him, great. Len, I just have a question for you. I know that you live in London and you have a Fulham season ticket now. Are you enjoying the Premier League? How do you think it compares to going to a Palmeiras match or Brazilian football?
So I've never been to a stadium in Brazil.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that's true. I just watched everything on TV, so I cannot do that comparison. But when I compare the level of football, here is completely high. Like we see Fulham almost beating Liverpool, playing very well against Arsenal, and you don't see that very often in Brazil. So this is something that I like here the most, and you see the best players.
I think in the Premier League, you have like teams even at the bottom of the league, they still play quite aggressive and try to press, and every match is a kind of battle. I think in the Brasileirao, like Juventude or some of the lower level teams, they just defend sometimes. They just try to hold on for the draw.
Yes.
How long have you been living there in London?
1 year.
1 year.
Yes.
Do you support any team there?
Liverpool.
Come on.
You came to Liverpool 2 months ago, right? Or
three months ago.
Yeah.
I'll see when Fulham plays there at Anfield. I'll try to buy the tickets. Tickets. I'll see if I can make it.
So yeah, it's difficult to get Liverpool tickets. It's very difficult. They're expensive. All the big clubs, it's difficult. But Len, cleverly, very clever, he bought a Fulham season ticket.
Yes, because they came from the Championship and they built a new area, the Riverside stand, and then it was, I would say, easier to buy the tickets.
Yeah. So he can watch Premier League football. And it's a good seat. It's near the pitch.
Yes.
It's quite a small stadium, Fulham Stadium. Yeah.
And
what's it like in London? This is my question. Have you been to see the Queen yet?
No. I don't want to wait for 10 hours, 14 hours.
10 hours people are waiting. Yeah. 13. David Beckham waited for 13 hours
I saw that.
In a queue, in a line, just so he can walk past the Queen in her
I'd like to go, but I couldn't stand that. That's too much for me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I think.
And Beckham could have avoided standing in the queue for so long, because one of the MPs told him that he could have just go there, and he really wanted to be there among the people.
He could have been fast-tracked.
Yes.
Yes, for me, it's strange being in the country, Len, isn't it? Like the radio stations, the TV channels. There's a bank holiday on Monday. It is the Queen's funeral, so there is no shops are open. Nothing is open.
No.
There is like a national holiday.
Yes. Transport as well. The transport, won't function like 100%. It's just low demand.
It's like they are forcing people to be sad.
Yes, that's true.
You will be sad. You will grieve. You will mourn. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care at all. And there are many people like me. There are many people, but it's like the people who are like me. It's a little bit sad. She was a nice queen, and she died. It's sad for her family. But the amount of coverage that has been dedicated to it, and
that's what I told my wife. Like, it's 12 days, if I'm not mistaken, right? Grieving and going through this process, for me, it's like too many days. I don't think it's needed. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So is this the reason that Liverpool's match has been postponed, in order to, like, the fans would not behave the way
they were worried?
Yeah, And also because there's no, let's say, enough policemen to cover all the games as well.
Yeah, so I think that's the main reason, the policemen. So all the police and a lot of resources have now gone to accompany the Queen's coffin and just manage the situation in London. But yeah, part of the reason, well, I don't know if it was true, but one of the newspapers said it's because Liverpool and Celtic fans might protest it, might do a protest against the Queen, and they didn't want this. It's like people have been getting arrested. There's been people who don't like the monarchy. They are not royalists. They don't want the monarchy. So they sometimes, so they try to protest. Not my king. They don't want a new king. They want this to be the end of the monarchy. But these people have been getting arrested, and it's like you cannot have a discussion about it. It's like
there was this guy who was arrested in London because he said something to Prince Andrew. So because of the things he has done in the past,
so he just called him a dirty old man. Yeah, you dirty old man. Because he is. He is a dirty old man. So
I see that happening in Scotland in the first days. I'm a bit sad because, like, I always coming from other country. When we think about UK, we think about the Queen. I think that's the first thing that springs to mind. But we have to move on, right?
Yeah. I think, come on, it doesn't affect my life at all.
No.
It's like companies are saying, if you are struggling with the death of the Queen, we can give you some mental health guidance.
I got that email as well.
And there's people who are really like sad. I'm like, come on, stop it. No, it didn't affect me at all. Okay, men. Yeah, we've run out of football. But yeah, that was maybe the reason why it was cancelled last week, because Liverpool and Celtic maybe protest. It was interesting watching the Glasgow Rangers match. Glasgow Rangers love the Union Jack. They're from Scotland. Most of Scotland, I think, now wants to leave the UK.
Yes.
But the Glasgow Rangers are pro-royal, pro-Britain. And it's like, then you have Glasgow Celtic, who are more Irish connection, who are kind of anti-royal. And these are people who just support a football club. Just because they support a football club, it means that they are royalist or against the royals. They live in the same city. They are brothers and sisters. They are part of the same families, but they have totally different ideologies. And it's mostly because of the football club that they support. And it's similar with Liverpool in some ways. A lot of Liverpool fans we're not fans of the establishment or the royal family.
The England team as well, right? Because
The
I see
England
some
team,
Scouse
we're not really
people
big fans of the
complaining.
England
No,
team.
we don't support
Yeah.
England. We just support.
I've heard a lot of people say I'm not English, I'm Scouse.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is joking a little bit. This is a little bit of banter, but it's just that we identify with it. Being English is not what Liverpool people are, really. We don't consider ourselves as an English. We are English, but they're like the stereotypical English person.
And Paul, you guys don't read the Sun newspapers.
We don't read the Sun. We don't vote for this government. We didn't vote for Brexit.
Yeah.
This is not our country, really. We think we are different to how the rest of the country thinks about life in some ways.
So basically, Liverpool fans, they just, during the World Cup, they just worried that their players will not get injured. They don't care about the rest.
Yeah.
That is.
When Italy beat England in the Euro final, in the Euros, it was held in England, and England versus Italy in the final. There were parties celebrating that Italy had won, and there was fireworks. There were lots of fireworks in the city. I know, but this is a little bit just to wind people up a little bit. I think I want England to win. I want the England national team to win. I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice.
And I know you're passionate about Brazil winning the World Cup. It's World Cup year.
Yeah, but yeah, I like England. I like the English players. I would support them as well.
I want to see England against Brazil. I want to see Paul's reaction.
But that's the thing. England, I want England to win, but if they lose, it doesn't affect my life. I like the Queen dying. It's like, okay, we lost, and then okay, no problem. But Liverpool, if Liverpool lose, I'm sad. It's like it's my team. It's a bad feeling. When England lose, okay, no problem. My sister's husband went to the Brazil-Germany match in Brazil 7-1. He flew to Brazil. He has some money here. He's quite wealthy. And his brother is wealthy. So he went to the match and he said it was a crazy experience because of how angry everybody was after, like, when it was happening. He said he even in the evening after the match, he said everybody was really angry. They were fighting. There was lots of fighting around the stadium between like Argentina fans. There were Argentina fans in the stadium and Brazil fans. He said it was a scary time because of the emotion around the stadium.
But that's the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Some people say there are some topics that are taboos for some people, like the Germans. They don't talk about World War II. Italians, they don't like talking about pineapple on pizza. And for us Brazilians, we don't like talking about that match. So it's like, okay, among us, we always talk about it. But if we have to talk about to Germans, to any people to anyone from any other country, it's like, all right, I don't want to really talk about it.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say, is there? No. Really?
Yeah.
But see, that's interesting. Brazil have won the World Cup 5 times, and when we were hosts here for 2 times, 1950 and 2014, it was a disaster.
You lost in the final to, was it Uruguay in the final?
Uruguay, yeah. Uruguay. Crowded, 2,000 people, supporters.
200,000, yeah.
We had another chance in 2014, and we had this 7-1 match, and it was a disaster for us.
Yeah.
Oh, and something interesting. The Queen might have watched everything, all World Cup matches, finals.
Yeah, the Queen doesn't watch football matches.
Yeah,
I don't think.
No, but I mean, she was alive, right? Since
she was alive.
First one.
But Len, people are making jokes here in Brazil, saying that she died and didn't see Palmeiras winning World Cup. Yeah, doing this kind of stuff.
I heard that many times last week. Yeah.
This is the only thing that she
win the Club World Cup.
Yeah, that's the big thing here in Brazil for clubs. Like this is like the most important thing for us Brazilians. So yes, and especially because Palmeiras has never won it, people will be teasing us.
So they forget everything Palmeiras have accomplished, and they just focus on what we don't have.
Yeah, I heard this week from an Atlético Paranaense fan. He said, "Right, but you have never won."
Yeah,
and I said, "And never have you, and neither have you done that. So why are you saying that?"
It's like I have 10 Ferraris in my garage, but I don't have a motorbike, and then
it's like every team is every support is following the trend now. Palmeiras doesn't don't have World Club.
Exactly, and everybody was really worried that Palmeiras might have won back in the day, like when we were
Chelsea
playing
against Chelsea
Chelsea.
recently.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
everybody was worried that no, they can't win.
Yeah, but it was a good opportunity there. Chelsea
were not so strong. I thought Palmeiras
they
played
were
well in that
strong.
match.
They were not playing well. They were not playing well because Dudu just wasted a chance.
And the worst part is Corinthians beat them. So then I have to. They were teasing us saying, "See, it's not for everyone to beat Chelsea the club world final, the club championship final." So yeah. Nothing.
Oh, guys, sorry to interrupt, but I've got to go now.
You've got guests. That's okay.
Yes.
We can all finish. I'm just enjoying talking to you.
Yeah,
all.
Me too. Thanks
Thank
for
you
inviting.
What?
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. It's nice meeting you all. We keep in touch.
Thank you for chatting, Glenn. Yes, thanks for your support. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Yes, me too, guys.
I hope your teams win.
All right.
See ya. Yeah, me too. Bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Don't be too sad about the Queen.